Mr. Solicitor, Counsel, Small Claims Tribunal, Mr. Joel Sahai, newly sworn in Justices of the Peace, friends and family, ladies and gentlemen. First, may I offer you, the newly sworn Justices of the Peace, my congratulations upon your being sworn in and being ready to assume duties. There have, as we've been told, been 105 of you sworn in today, and with the number of 520 now nationwide, including the rural and maritime areas, that is quite an achievement. We've tried to keep the proceedings short, whilst at the same time providing for each of you to take the oath with some personal individuality. The oath-taking is a solemn occasion, one to remember, and to bind each of you to act honestly and impartially, remembering to serve all of the people in your area, without regard to any differences you may see, such as in race, religion, or political views. I and my colleagues on the bench today are here because we value your proposed service and wish to mark the occasion. I have on my right Mr. Justice Vishwa Sharma, and on my left the Chief Magistrate, Mr. Osaya Ratuvili. Your role is important in the state and its administration. I can foresee that that role will increase. Extra duties could be imposed and your role enhanced. We shall have to see how that might evolve. It is for the future. For Justices of the Peace have a long history. They were first appointed in England in 1327. The appointment was made by the Lord Chancellor on behalf of the Crown and in the name of the reigning monarch. Well, JPs are no longer asked to sit as magistrates in Fiji over trials and to decide guilt, but they have various official duties. They're frequently asked to verify signatures and to have statutory declarations taken before them, and importantly, to approve search warrants. Often the police bring suspects after interview to a JP to record any complaints and to note any obvious injuries or signs of distress. JPs, like commissioners for oaths, act gratuitously and receive no salary or fees for their work. As some of you have realized, changes have occurred in this area. Now, when you seek appointment, much more information is maintained on file as to who you are and as to your suitability for appointment. A lengthy form had to be completed prior to your appointment and various checks made as a matter of consumer protection and public interest. You will be required to maintain records of the work you have carried out. Twice a year, there will be perhaps whole-day training sessions on various aspects of your work. Our experience has been that JPs and commissioners have found this extremely useful as you grow into the tasks that are placed before you. It's a little bit more than simply verifying documents and identifying photographs for public purposes or applications and passports. Well, training is very important. It is essential that you have the right attitude to the task, an attitude of wanting to help fellow members of the community who really need your help. Training will ensure you know thoroughly the do's and don'ts of your functions. As a result of training, we've received far fewer complaints. Being a JP is not just about putting JP after your name and on your letterhead. feeling important at public occasions or at weddings. It's not like that at all. It is about serving the people in your area. And you cannot keep people away by putting an angry bull in your field, so no one dares open the gate. And the same applies too with loose Rottweilers running about the compound, ready to take a seat out of the visitors' pens. Be organized so that you are welcoming. We have elections coming up. We have had some involved in political parties as JPs, even some are MPs. For my part, I would rather keep the two functions separate. In your role, you must be impartial. Your role at times is quasi-judicial. That means it has a judicial aspect about it. Certainly the decision whether to grant a search warrant could be of some importance. But you should remember to assist all of those who come for your service, irrespective of political differences. This might be even more important in the rural areas because you probably know everybody and you know what are their likely political allegiances. Those do not matter in the carrying out of your functions. In some court centres, arrangements have been made to have a commissioner for oaths, perhaps a JP, available on rotation in the mornings. This is extremely helpful for persons attending court. Similar arrangements I know have been made at provincial offices. So with some of you who are being district officers, your being a JP is going to assist the public even more, and they'll be able to obtain their services required. Government service centres also have this facility available. Judicial Department's website had lists with maps as to where commissioners and JPs had their residences or offices for the public to visit. Well, this website is being completely regraded or upgraded, and over the next few months, that process will take place. But the end product, I hope, will mean that your whereabouts and contact details will be available for the public to find on the website. It's probably the case too with the Attorney General's Chamber's website. It doesn't matter duplication, whichever way you look it up. We hope that people will be able to find you. Well, finally, I'd like to thank all of you JPs for offering your services. There will be times when it's a little inconvenient to help, you're in the middle of something else. But that's what public service means. Without much delay, if you can attend to members of the public, they, I can assure you, will be extremely grateful. I thank your relatives also for attending in support this afternoon. It is an important day. I hope you can have a quiet celebration. So this concludes the proceedings. Now go forth with a good heart and do some good. We have a tea outside, I understand, so we'll now adjourn.
Do swear that as a justice of the peace in Fiji, I will be faithful and bear true allegiance to the Republic of Fiji, and that I will obey, observe, uphold, and maintain the Constitution of the Republic of Fiji and all other laws of Fiji, and I solemnly and sincerely promise that I will defend the rule of law and the rights of the people, and will do justice to all persons without fear, favor, or prejudice, in accordance with the Constitution of the Republic of Fiji and the law. So help me God.